Ugh, that's just how I can explain it. Hey friend, it's Katie and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you subscribe, the button is always down below. I post beauty, lifestyle, and panning, which is what today is going to be. This is my long-awaited Pan That Palette update. My palette has been used and abused, which we'll get in today's video. I can't remember what update this is, maybe 4 or 5. I did skip a month, so I'm thinking it's more closely to 4. But anyways, yeah, I'm panning the Shaaanxo palette this year. My palette, again, like I said, is used and abused, which I'm gonna get to in just a second. But yeah, I'm gonna honestly leave the suspense for this update and all that kind of fun stuff and share my process with you guys. And yeah, it's gonna be an interesting update today. But yeah, I'll leave my intro video, my whole playlist for this project down below so you guys can check it out. But yeah, let's just get right into it. So my palette is used and abused, which I just said. So my whole goal was that with this was to depot this. That did not necessarily go as planned. So we have some changes happening. So, you know, this is what my palette is looking like. A couple of these shades were terrible, so they have been taken out. And then as you guys know, in former updates, I did use up 2 of these shades and stuff. I had used up the light white champagne type shade and the white matte setting shade. I had also hit pan on that orangish shade, and a lot of these shades are starting to go bad, and now this palette is very messy. And then also really exciting, what happened this month is I ended up hitting pan on that. I think I have a better picture of this palette somewhere honestly. So I ended up hitting pan on that before this shattered on me. But a lot of the shades are getting super chalky, and the lipsticks are another story, but I think this might be a finale. I really do, and today's update might be desperately short. But yeah, the shades are just getting way too hard to work with. And I do have this full part of the palette also in the Shaaanxo Remix palette, which basically has this side of the palette in that palette, which is a lot newer. I believe I got that in 2018, where this I got, I think, in 2015 or 16. I think it was 15. Yeah, it was 15. So this is very old, so it's expected. But yeah, this is what it's looking like, but the shades are just, ugh, that's just how I can explain it. And as you can see, this side is also very messy. I kind of used that up. I started using that and I hit pan, but I'm not comfortable with using these lipsticks anymore because they just smell not the greatest. But basically what I'm trying to say is I believe I'm going to be decluttering this and just throwing it out since the quality is just not what it used to be. And yeah, that's it. So I suppose this is like my Pan That Palette finale, but I do have, I guess, ideas for the future. But as I said, I do have plans going forward with this. So what I'm thinking about doing, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to do, is I'm going to incorporate a pan those eyeshadows into my channel, into my panning, because I do enjoy panning eyeshadows, and I actually watch quite a few people do that kind of series. So I think I'm going to jump in on doing that one in a few weeks. So I'm going to start mine probably the last week in June for early July, and that is what I'm going to do for the remainder of the year. I kind of have the idea to start today, but I need to put all my eyeshadows into a spreadsheet and work from there. I might also do a 1 month, 1 palette eventually, and maybe take a break from pan those eyeshadows. But I think what I want to do is kind of give myself a little give myself a little transition period from doing that for 6 months basically. And I think what I want to do is to focus in on my single shadows, any eyeshadows that are newer to me. I kind of want to focus in on that before starting something new, but I'm going to work on putting every single eyeshadow that I own into a spreadsheet, and then I'll probably pick 6 shadows to work on, and I'll go by the rules that a lot of people do use. But yeah, I think that's what I'm going to be doing, is just focus on single eyeshadows, start my Pan shadows at later this month, which actually isn't too far from now. So it'll give me a chance to put everything into a spreadsheet, and then I'll generate those shadows, and I think it'll be really fun. And I always like watching those, so it'll be fun to, you know, do my own. And I think it'll be a great way to like work through palettes and honestly even experiment to see what I would want to work on next year, which I'm actually kind of a little bit excited about, to just like experiment. And maybe I'll like maybe I'll pause a those eyeshadows if I decide that I do want to work on an actual palette. But I think this will be a fun way to like work through my shadows with kind of almost like minimal pressure, if that makes any sense, like, and stuff. So I'm really excited about this, and I'm excited about this change. I think it'll be fun, and I'm excited to be, I guess, embarking on that journey. So yeah, this is like a chaotic update, but I feel good about this decision. I feel good about decluttering the palette, and you know, I didn't expect this journey for my 2021 Pan the Palette to end so soon, but you know, it was just a mess, and I was not content panning that anymore because of the quality, and I just wasn't happy. So I'd rather be happy with my projects and my other two projects than I'm in my actual project pans. I'm very content with, and I've been having fun with those. And that's kind of what panning's about, is about having fun, and that's how I always view it. So yes, I am excited about this change and about this, I guess, you know, shifting, I guess. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And yeah, it was an unexpected finale, but like I said, I am a little excited. And yeah, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.